Hey folks, this is Mike Antil with Sailfish Solar. I don't know about you, but I am about sick and tired of all of the misinformation and the sales tactics by some folks in the solar industry. And so today we're not going to call out anybody specific, but we are going to talk about some of the misinformation and just the blatantly bad sales tactics that we're seeing out there. So in a couple of videos from now, we're going to talk about door knockers and how to tell the difference between someone who is with a legitimate company who might be happening to knocking on your door, as opposed to the difference between these national conglomerates that just drop caravans of people into a neighborhood and hit the entire neighborhood or the entire county in a couple of days. They have no interest in the long-term project or a long-term relationship. They're there to knock on your door, make a sale, and get out and never talk to you again. But today we're going to talk about some misinformation that I found on Facebook. This ad targets me because, of course, I'm in the solar industry, and I guess they don't know that I'm not a solar buyer. And instead I'm somebody who actually knows the difference between all the lies that they cram in this video and the truth. So let's take a look at this video real quick. I got this about a second late. So the first thing they say is the government will literally buy your panels for you. This is a blatant lie. This is not true. Not in Florida, not in the United States, not anywhere that I'm aware of will the government literally buy your panels for you. So right out of the gates, within the first second, which I didn't even have a chance to record, they're lying. But let's hear the rest of the lies.
Literally buy them for you. If
not
you
true.
take 60 seconds to answer a few questions below. Hi there. If you were a homeowner in America and you wouldn't mind saving a couple $1,000s on your electricity bill this year, then you're really going to love what the U.S. government has just announced. You see, a few days ago, the U.S. government released a new stimulus.
This is not true. A few days ago, the U.S. government did not announce anything. No stimulus packages, no nothing. In fact, the last time that the government announced any sort of stimulus package, I would imagine, has got to be at least 2 years ago, and all that was an extension of the federal tax credit. So far, the 26% federal tax credit is the only federal incentive that is out there for solar panels. So this is, a blatant lie.
Program with the goal to encourage as many Americans as possible to go solar, and that way contribute to a healthier planet. And they're giving away brand new solar panels and a Tesla Powerwall to ordinary Americans at no cost.
Blatant lie. No one is giving away solar panels. No one's giving away a Tesla Powerwall. That is just not true.
Cost to you or your bank account. As they said, they'll even cover the cost of the installation. Plus, if that wasn't enough, you'll even be handed the $2,500 stimulus check on top of that, which means today,
another blatant lie. No one is giving. I don't even know how you can justify giving a $2,500 rebate check or incentive check. The government's not giving you that, and the solar company isn't giving you that. If they do, they're rolling it into the cost of your finance, and they're giving you a check back for money that you've already financed yourself. But that's not something you're allowed to do. I mean, this is just another blatant misinformation.
In case you still haven't gone solar, you can get solar panels installed on your house without paying a single dollar whatsoever. And of course, $2,500 for being generous enough to accept that offer. Crazy, right? And all you need to do to apply is take a short survey by clicking.
All right, now here's the reality of it. All you need to do is take a short survey, but the short survey, which I'll show you in a second, is just a lead generation form. And that's what it is. There's no accountability because whoever made this video doesn't have accountability to actually installing the system on your house. And so what this company does is they sell leads to companies like us, and then we pick up the phone and we call and we say, hey, Mr. Jones, I heard you're interested in solar. And they said, yeah, I heard I'm getting it for free plus a $2,500 check. And then we obviously have to re-educate that customer and say that none of that is true. Now, granted, our company wouldn't buy a lead from a company like this, especially if we found out that this type of misinformation, took place. But that is what the whole thrust of this commercial is to get you to enter in your information so they can turn around and sell your information to solar companies.
The button below this video and answer a few questions to see if you qualify. It takes only about 60 seconds in total.
All right, so let's skip ahead. We filled it out, and we filled out the information, so on and so forth. Now here's where the rub is. Basically what they do, they say, oh, don't worry, we won't bug you. This is not true at all. They will sell your information and the phone will ring incessantly. But right here it says by entering in your information, you're giving 4 companies permission to contact you. And so the thing here is when you give these companies permission to contact you, all of a sudden the liability for this company goes out the window, and now the liability is put on the solar company, who actually picks up from there. And what's interesting is they say 4 companies. Well, here are the companies, right? These are all the potential companies that might contact you when you do fill out your information. right? Now, I can tell you this, the bona fide local legitimate companies in Florida, there's very few of them that are actually on that list. What that list is generated of is these big national sales conglomerates that come in, they try to dominate the market. They have no interest in a long-term relationship with the client. They're certainly not local. They bid everything to the lowest possible bidder. They get in, they get out, they get that solar system on your roof, and then they never talk to you again. Those are the type of companies that put out ads like this, or at least support ads like this. And as far as I'm concerned, those are the companies that should be held liable for this misinformation. But they won't, because it's not really a big issue that nobody's focusing on. But we at least at Sailfish Solar thought we'd give you a heads up on that. All right, so in a nutshell, that's it. I'll stop sharing my screen. Thanks for stopping by. Again, next week, we're going to do a video on door knockers. I know it is just an absolute scourge of the solar industry right now, and hopefully that's something we can get under control soon. There are legitimate door knockers out there. At Sailfish Solar, we have somebody who does sales by knocking on doors, but the difference between an actual door knocker and the people who are behind this video like this, if somebody's at your door, say, can you get the owner of your company on the phone? If they can't get the owner of the company on the phone in about 30 seconds, that's a red flag right there. And then you say, well, are you guys local? Do you actually live within 10 miles or 15 miles, 20 miles of my house? If the answer to that is no, then that's another red flag. But anyway, we can get into those red flags on a different video. I just thought I would show you this blatant misinformation on this ad that is running. And this is the reason that people always call me and go, oh, I heard the government's giving away free solar panels. Unfortunately, it's not true. But even by investing in solar panels, there's a phenomenal return on investment, a phenomenal payback period of about 7.5 to 8 years. And that's on equipment that's warranted to produce power for 25 to 30 years. So if you want to hear a legitimate take on what's going on and what if solar is or is not a good fit for you, please look us up and certainly call us or email us anytime. If you like this video, give us a like and give us a subscribe. We've got more good content coming in the future. All right, thanks.